All right, so I headed out to Lagos and I figured out 5 missions to do in Lagos. So whether you're living there or whether you're just traveling there, this is going to be fun. Come on, let's go. Okay, first things first, let's get our bodies in shape. Now, mission number 1 is to find a place that works you out and connects you to a new, fresh community of like-minded people. So here we go. We're heading over to see Lisa Longhurst of the Pilates Room Lagos.
Morning, Nick. How are you?
Oh, good, thanks. Excellent. This is an amazing place. How did you get it started?
So my husband and I moved here 12 years ago when our kids were, actually my son was only like 12 weeks old when we moved here. And I knew that I wanted to set up a Pilates studio. So we just really looked for a location, and this part of the marina we felt was perfect because people could walk in from Lagos, and it's like easy to park around here.
Yeah, because on the other side of the road, it's really difficult.
Yeah, really difficult. So it was just like an out-of-town place where people could come. So the studio that you're seeing now, I didn't have in the beginning. I've had this studio for 5 years. I actually was a little bit up the road from here, and I had half the space that I've got now. So yeah, so it's taken that amount of time to build it up, and obviously seeing all the equipment, you can see that takes a little while to build up as well.
And obviously it creates a lot of sense of community. People come here to meet friends and socialize.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So when people move here, they obviously look up kind of what activities they can do. And I do, to be honest, become a bit of an information service to people when they arrive, which is actually really lovely. And then people come and do their classes. They go and have a cup of tea or coffee afterwards. And yeah, it's really a real community. And definitely the particular classes, attract like-minded people, and so
everyone congregates together.
Yeah, and they all see each other for a glass of wine in the evening. They play various sports together. Paddle's become really big now. There's a massive paddle centre here in Lagos, so there's a big paddle community as well. And all these people who do all these various sports obviously need Pilates to come and balance out all these other kind of imbalancing sports that they do, like golf and paddle and bowls.
I think I need a bit of Pilates as well, because I sit in my office all the time.
Oh, right.
It's like editing. So your back's to me. Yeah.
After I got my back sorted out by Lisa, and she's so lovely to see her again. She's just such a warm, wonderful person. So get over there to Pilates Room if you're up for it. But I did fly over to a second mission, which is to connect with the country. And the more you understand about Portugal's history, the more you'll understand the people and the culture. Now, Lagos has had a pretty horrible claim to fame as the first location that slaves from Africa were brought to, and they were sold back in 1444, which kicked off the modern era of slave trading. I mean, naturally the Romans and others had pioneered the practice a long time before. But Lagos doesn't try to hide this heinous past. They put it out front and center in the form of a slave museum, which is dedicated to the poor people who had to endure this horror. This museum forms a part of the UNESCO's slave route, and you can find much more information at the museum itself or online in the links below in the description. In the context of the Portuguese discoveries, Lagos played an important role. Due to its harbour, as well as facilities where caravels and other vessels were built, Lagos played a crucial role in the rise of the Portuguese Empire. The castle started as a fortified 4-walled town back in the Roman times and has been augmented ever since, firstly with the Moors in 929 AD, and then later on in 1279, 1361, and it just went on and on and on and got built up to what it is today. Mission number 3 is a fun one. Challenge yourself to do a coffee run with different coffee shops every morning. Now we're going to pop into Abigail's and chat with Abigail herself.
Morning.
It's really chilly. It's really chilly.
That's
Abby, how did you get going on your starting this business?
How did I find it? This place was closed. So the building itself was closed for probably a decade, 10 years, and nothing was going on. Yeah, it was just left. So what happened was it had been in mini market for a long time. Nothing was happening with it. It wasn't for sale, and no one was doing anything with it. So we spoke to some people in town and found who the owners were, and then asked them if they'd be willing to sell it. And they were. A lot of them actually didn't even know they had it because it had passed down through so many generations through buildings. And we bought it off, I think, the 8 grandchildren of the original owners.
It must have been terrible.
Yeah, it was fun to find them. But once you start speaking to everybody locally, and then you find one person knows this person knows this person, that's how we found out we owned the building, and then we bought the building through them.
Yeah, how long did it take you? Well, it's more of it.
To purchase it, it was pretty quick. I want to say a few months, like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, it was pretty quick. Yeah, they weren't necessarily upset about selling it. I think a lot of them didn't know they even had it. It was just getting a lot of signatures, because when you have that many owners but one of the owners was a well-known, successful lawyer here in Lagos, so he was able to expedite the process. It helps a lot.
And how about Lagos? How long have you been here, and how was it integrating into the Lagos community? Was it cool?
Yeah. So I moved here in June 2011, so I've been here for 12 years. It's good. It was very different than it is now.
What was the next person? What the change you've seen in Lagos over the last 10 years?
So I would say the biggest change is just the people coming in now. It's become extremely international, which I think it's always been international, but now there's a lot of people coming in, a lot of money coming in. Dive bars. It was old school restaurants, like all those old school restaurants that everyone had owned for a million years that had passed down. It was the same coffee, the same food everywhere you went. And then I would say COVID was a big change because a lot of people weren't able to pay for, something maybe they've had for a long time, and all those old school restaurants kind of got pushed out, and all these new people came in and started opening these new places that are trendier and
big reset, right?
Big time. It's trendier, a lot of money. It's kind of also helping the market of people, the international market. They want other things, so people are kind of bringing what they want.
And they're cool.
Yeah.
Decent. Well, thanks so much. It's really great to come here.
No, well, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy to have you.
Thanks so much for that, Abigail. It was great to meet you, and fantastic coffee there. It really was good. So as Tom and I, you saw Tom a little bit earlier before Abigail and I. Tom's a good mate of mine. We've been mates forever. He's running this amazing new thing. As we walked through Lagos, we started talking a little bit about his new project.
My buddy Tom, because Tom has been doing marquees for years, eh?
Yeah, 12 years now.
12 years.
Yeah.
So do you work with wedding events and things? Or was it all kinds of events?
All kinds of events, mainly weddings. But we've got more and more into the corporate market in Portugal now, with lots of businesses doing events sort of from the border of Spain all the way to Sagres now. It's become a really popular place.
So you serve the whole Algarve and just put up tents all the time. And then there's also the cinema, Creative Ape Cinema, which sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was a dream of mine to start an outdoor cinema here, but it was very difficult to find a location. But yeah, last year we found the marina in Lagos had a space, and we've lucked out really. It's been incredible. Our first season last year, and we were full. We were doing every Tuesday and Friday evenings under the stars. Just amazing. Families coming, mainly just Hollywood movies, old classics.
Yeah, and big rains there. I saw that.
There's a huge surf culture in Lagos. So we were throwing in a few surf movies along the way. It's good.
Brilliant.
You can find your tribe in a multitude of ways. One of the more fun ways to get out and about and chat to locals and expats alike is this Creative Ape outdoor cinema. And as I said, my buddy Tom runs it, and there's more info in the links in the description. All right, on to our 5th mission. And your 5th mission is to explore the wide open world of surfing. Now, Lagos is the capital of surf in these parts, and there's many companies who will take you out on a multi-day surf camp, a learn to surf day, and surf tours, etc. However, you need to get your gear on first. We spoke to Shaka Surf, who have been doing surf stuff for years.
Big brand.
You make a purchase, Tom?
Yeah. They actually do a really nice Shaka Lagos line.
Oh,
So
yeah?
every year they bring out some cool T-shirts. I'm normally wearing one. I'm not today, but yeah.
So this is the local magazine, eh?
It is, yeah. It started in Lagos, and it's it's really, really good. You've got all sorts of what's going on, news stories, but a really good thing for communities. I think they do Capoeiro and Lagoa as well, but this is just for Lagos. It's great if you've just moved here. You've got everything in it.
So Shaka helps the community quite a lot, right? What kind of things do you do?
Sure, for sure, yeah. We've been here for, nearly about 13 or 14 years now. And we offer, we cater for a market of the tourists by offering surf lessons and some rental and giving people what they need if they want to check out all the amazing beaches and coastline or waves that we have to offer here. We also put a lot back to the community in terms of sponsorship of local and of local surfers to come, establish themselves and their names and reach higher grounds on a national and international front. And we also provide a lot of benefit to a local surf club that we have.
Oh, awesome. So there's a local surf club based in Lagos here, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And do you guys do any kind of surf camps as well and things like that?
We are connected to many businesses all around that operate with surf camps and surf schools, and we often have lots of feature parties on the beaches and beach cleans and surf skate competitions with giveaways and lots of fun stuff. Always outdoors all year. So yeah, just
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much. It really is nice to understand a little bit about Shaka.
not a problem. Cool. Thank you.
So there you have it. 5 missions to make life in Lagos much more interesting. Number 1 was go get fit at Pilates and meet the community of like-minded people. Number 2 was understand the country where you're at by looking at its history and really go into the slave route and more history. Third thing was do a coffee run. There's lots and lots of coffee shops, and Abigail's was one where we popped into. The fourth thing was check out some more community aspects and join people watching the outdoor cinema in Lagos, which is great. And the fifth thing was explore the great outdoors and get into the surf and figure out how to start surfing, whether you do it flat on a board or standing up on a paddleboard. I mean, there's lots more things to do in Lagos, and as Tom and I just walked around, you're going to get a haircut, Tom?
No, definitely not. I can't go shorter than this.
This is an amazing spot, man. Really is incredible. Tom, obviously, Lagos has got 23,000 people at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's growing fast. Have you seen it grow a lot over the last few years?
Incredible, yeah. It's been a big boom, I'd say, in the last 3 or 4 years of lots of foreigners coming in, but in a good way. It's been it's the town's growing, and
well, that's what I think about growth. It's like it makes it more fun. There's more people to hang out with. It's a greater community. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah. And the Portuguese community always seem to embrace it. There's never any resentment, as far as I can see. And there's so many independent shops popping up. It doesn't seem to be that commercial growth. There seems to be more entrepreneurial people moving here and setting up some really cool businesses.
Yeah, there's some amazing bars and restaurants around here, which you don't seem to get in the rest of the Algarve. It's happening slowly, but also there's a resentment from the Portuguese people. It seems like there's the odd newspaper article about, but it actually doesn't happen in reality.
No, I think on the ground, obviously the Portuguese are opening incredible places as well. So it's a real mix, and it's an exciting town. I think it's getting better and better.
But please note that I made a companion video for this called the Lagos Drone Tour, so you get a really good idea from the air of what goes on and what is where in Lagos. Anyway, have a fantastic week. I'll see you next time.
algarveaddicts.com.